I'm glad you're good again. That's I'm very happy for that. So let's start sharing the screen. So as okay, other things in the screen. As you know, we've been trying to work with have,
Mm-hmm.
right? So have we have that it's the what you use for the past participle and everything, but also you have past perfect participle.
Mm-hmm.
In that case
I
is had.
had. Okay. I had.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you said I was sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another way of saying it that a lot of people use is I'm sorry. So you have the past, but then you have this one, which is I have gotten sick.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I have gotten sick.
And then you have what you're gonna have to get accustomed to is that they contract and make everything shorter, right? So sometimes you're gonna hear I've gotten sick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you gotta hear about is that you have to hear this I've.
I've.
Okay,
Okay.
so I've means I have,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you say the participle, which is I've gotten sick.
Okay. I've gotten sick.
Okay, so you can say things, for example, when you say this, you can say I've gotten sick at work.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean to make it sense more? I'm gonna say it in Spanish, right? Es que yo he logrado enfermarme en el trabajo.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody was sick at work and I've gotten sick at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's a way of saying it. So you can say that and then you say another way of saying or use the participle is that you said that you had no voice.
Mm-hmm.
You can also say
My voice was wrong. Mm-hmm.
so gone is the participle of go,
Uh-huh.
right? Because go went gone. So when you say, for example, I'm gone, is that you left. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing. There's nothing. Maybe when you are eating with your family, they say, okay, is there more food? And you say, it's gone. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's the same, but the way they think es que ya se fue. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Gone.
the dictionary meaning.
Uh-huh.
Ah, el significado diccionario, pero en realidad es que lo tenemos que ver es como que ya no hay nada, right?
Okay.
Pero ellos no dicen my
Okay.
voice was nothing. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's Spanish, trying to speak Spanish in English, so that doesn't work. All right, so I'm glad you're
Okay.
back and you're feeling better and your voice is back. So
Okay.
now we're going to do something a little bit different, which is that I'm going to stop the video and we're going to work just by listening to my voice. All right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so today we talked about the past participles and its uses. I was checking out some the verbs that we're going to work with today. And then I sent you a video last night,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the reason why I sent that video is because this is the making of a movie and everything doesn't make sense. It's not in sequence, it's not a conversation, it's not a dialogue. It's just
Mm-hmm.
random, right? Random different scenes that play. But I wanted you to listen and hear the different sounds of the words,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why this was important. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain in Spanish as well. Entonces, como son tomas de películas, solo hay repetición de las mismas palabras.
Mhm.
¿verdad? Entonces es como un ejercicio más de, de aprender a acostumbrar el oído al nuevo idioma, ¿verdad? Because
Mhm.
they are just repeating over and over.
Mhm.
So that's the reason for the exercise. And then I wanted to ask you, have you seen this movie? Have you
Mhm.
watched this movie?
Yes, I saw. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, I saw como 30 minutes, Manuel, yesterday.
yeah, because
Mhm. Oh, there, 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 there are, there is, I see, you know, 5 minutes.
okay,
Today.
okay,
Convoy Christmas?
all right,
Yes.
okay, yes. So there's a full movie. So this is the full movie for what you saw, and and that's why I wanted to tell you that at some point I'd like you to watch it. So, entonces hay una película completa con esos behind the scenes y ya si encuentro el link la envío para que puedas verla. Es una buena película. That's all about that.
Okay.
So you
A
can watch it.
short circuit. Mhm.
Yeah. So there's a short circuit and the robot becomes alive. Por un
Mm.
cortocircuito, el robot se vuelve a la vida y se vuelve amiguito del que lo crea y etcétera. It's a very funny movie.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you
Nice.
can yeah, and you can watch with your family because it's a kids movie, but it's just funny.
Perfect.
So that's about that. And then
In
um,
YouTube, yes?
if I find the full link, si encuentro la película completa, te envío lo que más
Ah,
veo
okay, perfect. Mhm.
para que
Thank
funcione,
you.
porque yeah. So that's about that. Now let's go to the verbs that we're working with
Mhm.
for today. So today we have the verb growing.
Growing. Mhm.
Do you know the meaning of growing?
Yes.
All right. So here's like when you are in a farm, you grow potatoes, you
Mhm.
grow tomatoes, you grow onions,
Mhm.
you grow all of that, right? And some other examples of growing is that some words are related. For example, growth. Okay. So growing, it's, you grow, like we were talking, you grow onions or you grow different things, but growth comes from growing and grow, but you can say this because this is very used nowadays, okay? Personal growth, okay?
Mhm.
Another example can be population growth, okay? So to make it more clear, is that grow es crecer, right?
Mhm.
Now, growth es el crecimiento. So
Mhm.
that's what I say here. Personal growth, el crecimiento personal is something that everybody's talking
Mm.
nowadays most of the time. So that's where you're gonna hear personal growth. So everything that has to do with grow, crecer, va hacia
Mhm.
adelante, the company
Mhm.
grows, la compañía crece, the animal
Mhm.
grows, all of
Mhm.
those things go with that. So let's take a look at some images. Okay. Um, let's practice in some present. So please repeat, the baby is growing.
The baby is growing.
Now that's the present with ing. Now let's practice the simple present. Please repeat, the baby grows.
The baby grows.
Okay. Now we
Mhm.
can say in the future, the baby will grow very
The
fast.
baby.
The
Uh-huh.
baby
Sorry.
will grow, yeah, the baby will grow very fast in the first 3 months.
Okay. The baby will grow.
Will grow
Will grow.
very
Mm,
fast
very fast
in the first 3 months.
in the first 3 months. The baby
Okay.
will grow very fast in the 3 months.
First, because you can
Three?
say the last 3 months, but in
Last three
this,
months.
yeah, so
Uh-huh. Last 3 months.
the last will be en los últimos meses, and first will be en los primeros,
Uh-huh.
en los primeros meses. That's really what it means. Okay. Okay, so that's about that. So you're
Mm.
always going to hear things like this in the news. So the population is growing, that there's more people and things like that. So let's practice a little bit. Please repeat. The population is growing in New Jersey.
The population is growing in New Jersey.
In New York.
Population is growing in New York.
All right, very good. Let's go to our next um, exercise, which is to practice all the tenses of this, right? So please repeat after me. Growing,
Growing.
grow,
Grow.
grows,
Grows.
grew,
Grew.
grown.
Grown.
All right, so it's an irregular verb, but it's always grow, grew, grown. So that's about it. Our next one will be finishing. Please repeat. Finishing,
Finishing.
finish,
Finish.
finishes,
Finishes.
unfinished.
Finish.
So you can say it like a T or like a D. So
Finish. Con
just
T.
remember that, yeah, you can say it with T or with D. So you have two options,
Ah, okay.
right? Dos opciones,
Mhm.
con D o con T. So let's
Okay.
practice again. We repeat, finish.
Finish.
So the age, right? Finish. That's it.
Finish.
And this one is finished,
Finish. No, no.
right?
No. Finish. Finish.
Finished. Yeah, that's it. It's like a small
Ajá.
T. Siempre la T es como fuerte, en esta es bastante moderada, por
Ajá.
decirlo, right? So it's finished.
Ajá.
That's it.
Finish. Ajá.
And then you have it. All right, so
Ajá.
it's a regular verb, so we have that it's basically the same all the way. Let's see what comes up with this. You can also use it on this occasion because, or on this situation, because the finishing is the color.
Mhm.
So you can say the finishing, I want a black finishing. That means you want the end to be black
Mhm.
because wood is going to be wood. It's going to be the same color. The
Mhm.
finishing is when you say, no, I want a red finishing. I want a
Mhm.
blue finishing. So that's what you're going to
Mhm.
use the word finishing, right?
Mhm.
So let's practice a little bit. Please repeat. They are finishing the house.
They are finishing the house.
You can also hear what it means, or some people say this, the finishing
Touches.
touches.
The finishing touches. Where is touching?
Yeah, so touches is just like in Spanish, right? So what do I
Mhm.
mean by that? The finishing touches It's just that they didn't give me some good examples. But finishing touches is, for example, here he's making the cake, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna call it a cake because I don't know what it is. So the finishing touches is to put the strawberries on top.
Mm,
That's the finishing touches, right?
okay.
For example, here the finishing touches is the vinegar or the
Okay.
olive
Okay.
oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are doing your hair, the finishing touches are the very, very last. This is the finishing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So maybe the finishing is some highlights, or they cut your
Mm-hmm.
hair so much, but a little bit more, or what have you. So, what do I mean that is kind of the same in Spanish? Because you have the verb touch, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I touch the paper, I touch the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Entonces, cuando
Touch,
decimos,
touch is como tocar, ¿no?
yeah, yeah, so you touch,
Ujú. Sí, es como el último toque.
exactly. So that's what it means. Los toques finales,
Ujú, ujú,
ultimate
ujú,
touches,
ujú.
right? So that's what that means. So you're gonna hear it like that. So
Ok.
it's not always verbs in English are not always gonna be I am finishing. No, sometimes it's just finishing this or what have you. As long as you no, understand, excuse me, understand that is related to finish, right? So finishing is probably gonna be the same. Probablemente tenga el mismo, el mismo significado.
Ujú.
And then it says when you get to the end, well, you finish. Now let's start with the next one. Please repeat. Punishing.
Punishing.
You understand the meaning? Do you know the meaning?
Punishing. 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 No. I
All
know.
right.
Punishes.
Yes. This
Punishes.
is a good exercise because it's not very common that people know this verb. But
Mhm.
but you use it in every day, in every phases of life. All right. So what do I mean? For example, somebody does something bad, right? Let's say bad actions by people. This one's not very good. Let's say bank robbery. Okay.
Mhm.
So bank robbery is illegal, right? It's not right. People go to jail because of doing this. So when people commit bank robbery, they are going to be punished by the police and the law. Law is this, right?
Yes.
So that's punishment. When if I say things that are, for example, teacher, let me see, the student. These days, the teacher punishes the students by taking away the phone. That's a
Mhm.
punishment, for example, you know? So you say, okay, no phone for the next 4 hours. That's a punishment. That's punish. That's the verb
Mm.
punish. Okay. So we can also use it with the father punishes his son for stealing money. So that's a
Mhm.
punishment, for example.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So the son was stealing money and there's a punishment. So that's what the verb is about.
Gotcha. No.
So to exert force, typically with someone's hard hand, I'm sorry. So basically, there could be several punishments. And a punishment is to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's what it
Okay.
is. So that's the verb. Let's just practice the pronunciation. Please repeat. Punishing,
Punishing.
punish,
Punish.
punishes,
Punishes.
punished,
Punish.
punished.
Punish.
And when someone does wrong, like I was saying, when
You.
wrong, like a bank robbery or steal a car or money, they get a punishment. They are punished. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Let's go to our next one. Please repeat it. Smoking,
Smoking.
smoke,
Smoke.
smokes,
Smokes.
smoke,
Smoke.
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 And when you have a cigar and you like to light the
Mm-hmm.
cigar, then you smoke. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
self-explanatory. Let's just do some images. Let's just practice the negative. There's a movie. Okay, this is okay. So you understand the meaning of allowed?
Mm. Allow.
Okay.
Allow. No,
Allowed?
no.
No, you don't. That's good. Allowed is if yes or no. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these days, it is not allowed to smoke in public areas. You cannot smoke at McDonald's. You cannot smoke at Wendy's. You cannot smoke. So you can say, uh, you can also say no smoking allowed. Okay. What does that mean? Is
Mm-hmm.
okay. So that is allowed.
Okay, allow. Mm. Allowed. Mhm. Allowed. Allowed, I want to say is the verb, no? Allow.
Yeah,
Allowing.
it's a verb. It's a verb. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
some parents says I cannot, or anywhere they can say I cannot allow for you to go. So it's like a real no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like I cannot allow something bad is going to happen, or it's raining too much.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be with your kids. You can say, you're working and it's raining or snowing, or maybe somebody's drinking too much, and you say, I cannot allow you to drive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and some people say, for example, you want to say, I don't want to work here anymore. I'm tired. I don't like my job anymore. And the boss or the manager says, I cannot allow you to leave. So
Mm-hmm.
how can you just tell me you need more money, you need more free time, you need something? I cannot allow you to leave, right? Y ya
Mm-hmm.
si pues, nos ponemos así, Rocío Dúrcal y todo eso, no es pues que no puedo vivir sin ti o que no puedo dejar que te vayas, pues,
Uh-huh.
right? So that's what that means. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the meaning of allow. It's a regular verb, so you just remember that it's allow, allowed, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, it's not allowed drinking, not allowed um, skateboard, que patinen, or cosas así, right? So let's go to
Okay.
our next part because the smoking is everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's practice this one. Please repeat. Freezing.
Freezing.
So when you put things in the freezer, they're going to freeze. So that's what that means. So
Mm-hmm.
let's practice the pronunciation. Please repeat. Freeze.
Freeze.
Freezes.
Freezes.
Froze.
Froze.
Frozen.
Frozen.
When you use the freezer, you freeze. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
in ice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think about some other things that it might be used,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the
Mm-hmm.
police says freeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think that they would say stop, but stop
Yes.
is stop, right? But freeze is absolutely do not move,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
don't take a step, don't move your hands, don't do nothing, just freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about that. Um, you also you'll use it like this. Don't forget to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you are in the house and you want to tell somebody or maybe a friend, you tell them, don't forget to freeze the chicken we just bought. Don't forget to freeze the ice cream. Don't forget to freeze.
Don't forget.
So yeah, so it's the same as don't forget to put in the refrigerator, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not that like that, right? Because in Spanish we say it, right? Congelar is congelar, so that's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to
Mm-hmm.
freeze. So not very used, but it's very good to know. So we get to the next one. Please repeat. Getting,
Getting.
get,
Get.
gets,
Gets.
got.
Got.
You have two pronunciations here that people accept. One is with an O and one is with an A. I prefer to say it got with an A, so I don't
Got.
confuse people. And for
Mm.
this one, I say gotten.
Got them.
Okay, so
Get.
Americans are going.
Manuel, get is have different is very use.
Yes,
Getting is different um,
yes,
situation. Yes.
yes, yes.
Get
It's a
up,
very
get de todo. No sé.
yes, yes. I like it because it's only one word and you can use it in 10 different situations.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mm.
Because if I had to teach you 10 different words, then we are in worse trouble. So,
Mm.
so yeah, good. So for me, it's gonna obviously we're going to find out like the proper, like for example, what is the versus get versus have, right?
Mhm.
So you're going to find different videos about have and get and things like that. But the way that I found most of the time is that have is for physical things.
Mhm.
Okay, so I have a car, I have a house, I have a family. They exist, right?
Mhm.
And then for education, for example, you say, I got my education from, you don't say, I have an education from.
Mm-hmm.
So things that you cannot touch is get,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Because for example, if you say, I have a pen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you have a pen, you have a pencil, you have a marker, something to write, right? But you can say, I can get a pen.
Uh-huh.
So what's the difference there? Is that it means conseguir. Y de nuevo, conseguir no es como de cosas tangibles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in Spanish, we also make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yo consigo un buen trabajo, yo consigo mejor futuro, lo que sea. Yo no digo I have, right? So that's the difference, que puede ser tener, pero en sí get es conseguir y have es tener cosas físicas, cosas materiales. And get, it's more abstract. Y de
Get,
nuevo, es una
get,
definición.
just, bueno, I think the get is obtener, no, nada que.
Sí, obtener, conseguir.
Ah, bueno, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Ujú, okay. Ujú, okay.
So,
Abstract, that's the thing abstracted, anything abstract.
yeah, anything that you say, I have three books is because you can touch the three books and everything. I
Ujú,
get three books es que los vas a buscar, los vas a conseguir. No que ya los tienes, you cannot touch them.
ujú, entiendo.
Here's a good thing that I want to say to you right now. So it's a question that you as a teacher, you're going to ask your students, right? Because it's, am I making myself clear? Am I getting to the point, right? And then maybe you say, no, I need another example, right? Or maybe you just say, yes, I understand. So am I making myself clear is another way of saying, do you understand me? I'm sorry, I cannot hear you very well. Hmm. Yeah, I cannot hear you very well. No. Hay como una estática que entra. Sí. Okay. Yeah, it sounds very different than before. But go ahead, tell me what was your question? All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and you can talk. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I think it's good now. Hello? Hello? I don't see the. Can you sign in and out? Hello? Hello? Yendry. Why is this not working? Okay, yeah. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna send you a new link. Sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so you can hear me? Hmm, I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me start Zoom again, okay? Send you a new link. 'Cause I don't know, I'm gonna restart the computer. All right.